Been a while, but hello. Welcome back to the shop. Um, I have not been out here about two or 3 weeks. I would say so. The last video I posted, I was out here one other time since then, um, and I glued on the bottom. So the bottom of the desktop organizer is now glued on. I'm gonna have a drawer in here, and I'll show you the next step. And my plan is to kind of work from the bottom up. So gonna be a drawer on the inside. There's gonna be a bottom above the drawer, and where the storage on the top, and then a lid. And I'm gonna work in that order. Haven't been out here a lot. I think I mentioned in the last video, my dad is not doing terribly well, and so I've been spending a lot of time over at his house. Professionally, my job, I went from full time to part time, so 4 days a week to 3 days a week, giving me more time, which is kind of been useful because I can visit my dad more frequently and get some other things done. But in the meantime, to help supplement the money I'm losing out on for now until we're in arbitration with my union. I took a job working for an AI company for as needed, and they're paying me surprisingly well. So I have been too busy to come out here, and at that point I'm killing some time because I have to pick up a friend from LaGuardia, and I'm gonna leave in about an hour. About an hour. So I've got some time, and I want to take the next step because I miss being out here, and I need a distraction. So here we are. So let's move this down a little bit. We've got box here. Got to fit the drawer front. Now, if you all remember, this piece and the drawer front were from the same piece. They match up. They should match up perfectly because I just took that one piece of wood and sawed down, and when it started, the piece was this length, the length of this piece. But we didn't need that for the drawer. That's its oversized length, so I could just kind of butt that up in here and measure it up. But then the grain won't match, and I don't know if you all remembered or if you can even see it. There is a knife line right there. That's where the knife stopped. And there's a corresponding one here. So I'm going to I'm going to have to move it around a little bit and maybe get my head in the way. I'm going to take this, and where those two knife lines match up, and you're going to have to trust me on this one because you're not going to be able to see it. I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to scooch it down just a little bit, keeping that done, and I'm just going to put a knife mark right there, and I'm only going to do it on one side. I'm not going to do it on both sides. So oops, so I missed it. Get that set up again. All right. What I'm trying to do is mark this to the exact distance. That should do it. I want this side to be exact, and like I said, I could just kind of butt this piece up like that and measure off of here. And maybe if I was using a completely different species of wood and I wanted contrasting amounts, I could do that. I could do that, but I want the grain to match. I specifically took this piece of wood for the front because I just like the way it looked together. So I want the grain pattern to be continuous. And it's going to be messed up a little because there will be a drawer pull that acts as a stop on the front as well. So now that I have that, I need my square, which is buried. There we go. So we put, where is it? Put a knife mark on here. I've got two reference edges. I'm going to use the front and the bottom as a reference edge. And we'll go around and mark that in. So my knife goes right into that mark. That gets slid over. Light pass. a little heavier, and then I can go pretty much as heavy as I want. I'm going to use the front as my reference side. So once again, knife goes right in the knife mark. Slide the square over. That should create a nice crisp corner. Now, if you remember, I used the bottom edge to measure it off the first time. I'm going to do that again here, using the same edge, so that way I get as perfect a corner as I am physically capable of. Okay, and again, I'm going to use the front edge here, and with any luck, these two, that was my original mark, will line up. And I'm putting quite a bit of pressure between my thumb. This is pushing down. These two fingers of my thumb are kind of opposing each other to make sure the knife doesn't move. And right there, that corner where it matches up is pretty much spot on perfect. I'm going to cut that off, square it up. I'm going to take it to the shooting board to make sure this is nice and square. Then I will take that squared edge, knowing that now the middle of this piece, and so now that I have a better visual, that's going to go there. That's how it's going to look. So after I get this piece squared away, I have to get the sides of the drawer, the back of the drawer, all cut. Not sure if I'm going to use the same wood for it. I mean, this is, I've got, can the camera even pick it up back here? I have the scrap pieces from what I was working on. So I may, or at least the sides may be the same. So that way when you pull it out, it all looks good. Haven't decided yet, but I am happy to be back out here. Thanks for watching. I will show you more as the drawer gets farther along.